Welcome everyone to the 920 Sports. This is my inaugural game breakdown. I've been busy in the film room all week, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, rewatching the Packers-Lions game. Watched it almost 17 times now. It didn't get better. However, it's brutal work and someone's got to do it. But before we begin, shout out to my first sponsor, Fireball. All right. They're not really a sponsor. At least not yet, but it would be cool, wouldn't it? Who doesn't enjoy a nice, refreshing cinnamon liqueur? Did you see what I did there? I said liqueur instead of liquor. Makes it much more fancy sounding, don't you think so, Fireball? At any rate, cheers to the holidays, cheers to family, friends, and the Packers. So, as you can see, this is the list of what we're going to talk about today. Let's just go right into topic number one, the defensive haters. I have a gripe with some of you. And one of those people being GM Jeff. For those that you don't know who that is, I don't know why. You don't know that? But he works for Bubblegum Sports. Shout out to Bubblegum Sports _Dave. Love the show. Please start taping at 7 p.m. CST instead of 8 p.m. CST because I'm an old man and I need my sleep. Anyways, GM Jeff absolutely hates this defense. Like, he hates it more than a fat kid hates gym class. More than Joe Biden hates Kamalama Ding Dong. More than Amon-Ra St. Brown hates the Green Bay Packers. But more on this chooch later on in the episode. All I see on social media, this defense sucks, this defense is garbage, we won't go anywhere with this defense. Quay Walker couldn't cover a brick wall that's standing still. I made the last one up, but surely someone said it before. All those other statements have been made by Bubblegum Sports' beloved GM Jeff. Let's drop some stats for you, Jeff. 16th in total defense, 9th in points allowed, 12th in sacks, and 9th in interceptions. Small microcosm of the stats, I get it. But you know what? The Packers rank pretty much in the middle of the pack in the NFL. Far from garbage, sucking, won't go anywhere with this with this defense. I get it, they can be misleading. You know, the Packers blew out the 49ers. The Packers blew out the Dolphins. They got some garbage yards at the end. The Packers get blown out by the Vikings week 3, 4, whatever it was. The Packers probably got some garbage points on them. Heck, even against Detroit in the first meeting. But let's just stick to the actual Lions game that we're talking about, eh? Some first half stats for you. First drive for the Lions, 11 plays, 70 yards, tud. Oh boy, I'm thinking this is going to be a long freaking game. Second drive, 2 yards, they punt. Getting better. Third drive, 12 yards and a punt. We're not bad. Fourth drive, 29 yards and a field goal off of the Crystal Watson fumble. Dude, go out of bounds or secure the football. Plain and simple. And then obviously the fifth drive there was for 70 yards and a ton. Overall, gave up 17 points in the first half. Not great, but far from horrible or garbage or ridiculous. If this defense was any one of those things, they would have given up 28 points, 35 points, 42 points, whatever, you know. Just man up. It's not that way. Let's get to the second half stats. This ended up kind of being a shootout, which is what I kind of thought it would be from the start. However, first drive, -4 yards and a pick. Second drive, 70 yards and a tud. Third drive, 80 yards, turnover and downs. Campbell, you fucked up. You lost the game, is what I was thinking. Probably a lot of Packer fans. Fourth drive, 70 yards for a tud. And the fifth drive was 53 yards and obviously the game-winning field goal. So what changed, right? What was different? The Packers came out and ran the ball down the Lions' throat. What does running do? Stops the pass rush. If you're going to blitz us and then we go over the top. It's plain and simple. Why was this not a game plan, the game plan from the start? I don't know. Did they want to, think they were going to be a shootout and just throw the ball all over the field because they were hurt a lot? Who knows? Anyway, what's the point of all this? Right? This Packers defense isn't garbage. They do not suck. And I'm sick and tired of all you whiny fans saying they do. The downfall of this game, and really a microcosm of this season, is actually the offense, right? And then some games, the actual game plan. I will concede the Packers need to learn to get off the field on third down. This has been a problem since 1996. It's not going to change this year. Probably won't change next year. It might not ever change, right? Dan Campbell goes for it on fourth down more than anybody in the league. I think they were 4 for 5. Were you not prepared for that? Could you not stop a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Jared Goff? I mean, come on. At the end of the day, the defense went toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the NFC, and quite frankly, probably the entire NFL. You guys need to cut the defense some slack. Stop acting like morons, and stop being so entitled. A lot of you out there don't know what it was like in the 1980s. GM Jeff and I have agreed on this before, actually on the Bubblegum Sports show. There are so many fans that expect perfection from the Packers. Dude, be a Bears fan, all right? Think about what they go through. It could be a lot worse. All right, long-winded first topic. Second topic, Mr. Dan Campbell. Short and sweet. This guy will cost the Detroit Lions a win in the Super Bowl, B, a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and C, ultimately will cost him his job. I get the mantra he's trying to put out there. We're better, we're tough, we're going to bite off some kneecaps. I get it. Eventually, it's not going to work, and it's going to cost you, and ownership's going to have to move on. That's all I'm going to say about that. Topic number 3. Amon-Ra St. Brown. All right. You started off in the first meeting with him wearing the Green Bay Sucks sweatshirt. Kind of clever. Spelled Green Bay wrong. It wasn't on accident. It wasn't on purpose. He's just a fucking idiot. All right? Period. Plain and simple. He's a moron. Him copying the Packers first down celebration. Why? Because you think you're better than us? I don't understand what the deal is. The fact is that the Packers not only live rent-free in the Chicago Bears' head, but they also have a second property in St. Brown's head. This brings us to the officiating. I'm not going to sit there and say that it cost the Packers the game. The Packers haven't been on the proverbial other side of the coin. I'm not here to say that. I will just say that the Zadarius Smith no call, the push off of St. Brown, the illegal use of hands to the face by St. Brown, and I forget what player it happened to, but on number 17's second touchdown of the game, I forget your name, but I don't really care. Keyshawn Nixon was running right up the middle and clearly gets held no call. Why? Don't know. My point isn't to complain about the officiating. Not to say the Packers lost because of the officiating. The Packers were outplayed. I don't think they were out-coached necessarily, but they were outplayed. but rather to bring light to an ongoing problem. You know, I'm sick and tired of teams like the Chiefs getting preferential treatment, or plays that should have been called or shouldn't have been called, or were called then were reversed. It's ridiculous. You want to know how to fix it? I'll tell you. Make officiating a full-time job. You start out, you coach the college football season. Then you coach the NFL season. Then you coach the supplemental league season. I forget whatever that is. XFL formed with the NFL and yada, yada, yada. Whatever that is. You've got almost a year-round football league now. There's absolutely no reason that you can't pay these officials full-time wages, full-time benefits, and have them have full-time consequences. You make too many wrong calls, guess what? You don't work here no more. Excuse me. Every job has consequences except for an NFL official. Their biggest consequence is you don't get a referee in the playoffs, or you don't get a referee in the Super Bowl. I don't think those guys care. All right. The last topic is the big old red flag and Matt LaFleur. Those of you that have been watching the Packers for a number of years now know that Mike McCarthy was terrible with his challenges. He would challenge the dumbest crap in the world. And Matt LaFleur, by and far, is no different. Why he would challenge that first down spot is beyond me. The absolute best case scenario for him is it's now, third or fourth down and like that much. They're just going to go for it on a fourth down anyways. You just wasted a timeout. You wasted a timeout. It's dumb. Get your head out of your ass. All right. With that being said, that is the wrap up of my Detroit Lions versus Green Bay Packers coverage. Shout out to another non-sponsor, Happy Dad. For those of you that don't know, I will be a dad. Estimated arrival May 3rd of this next year. And I couldn't be any happier. Cheers to you. Cheers to the Packer fans. Go Pack Go.